Welcome to B&C Car Reviews channel. 2023 Genesis Electrified G80 COTY Review, Surprising Stunner. In our experience, vehicles that serve up both gas and electric powertrain options are masters of none. As the old Hyundai Ioniq demonstrated, they're usually cramped, heavy, and unrefined because building a package that suits both an internal combustion drivetrain and an electric one results often in compromises for both. So according to recent history, then, the 2022 Genesis Electrified G80 probably shouldn't be any good. Yet to our pleasant surprise, the understated electric G80 is impressive and then some. Riding on Genesis M3 platform, the electric 2022 G80 throws out the standard G80's somewhat lackluster gas engines and running gear, and in their place plops in a permanent magnet electric motor at each axle and a big 87.2 kilowatt-hour battery pack under the raised floor. Total system output is a peak of 365 horsepower and 516 lb-ft of torque, 10 fewer ponies than the G80 Sport's 3.5-liter twin-turbo V6 but 125 lb-ft more twist. The electrified G80 can travel up to 282 miles on a full charge and is capable of quick charging with a 187 kilowatts peak rate. Although it's not as quick as dedicated EVs like Genesis' own GV60, that SUV has a 235 kilowatts rate. It's still enough to charge from 10 to 80% in as little as 22 minutes when plugged into the appropriately powerful Level 3 DC fast charger. With rivals such as Mercedes-Benz falling to the temptation of making their EVs look, well, different, the 2022 Genesis Electrified G80's styling is refreshingly restrained. In fact, the only tells that electrons power this G80 are the lack of a fuel filler flap and the silver grille with the charge port hidden cleverly within it. In other words, the car is gorgeous. The G80 has a beautiful design with great surfacing, a fast back profile, a nice duck tail, and all the pleasing details of its G90 sibling, guest judge and frustrated designer Chris Theodore said. The interior design is lovely, too. Stunning, technical director Frank Marcus said. I love the forged wood trim. It doesn't look like anything else yet looks luxurious and interesting. It shouldn't, given its Frankenstein construction, but the G80 drives just as nice as it looks. The twin-motor setup gives the electrified G80 butt bypassing power, replicating the feeling of a powerful but under-stressed V8 in a near-silent and more efficient package. And although the electrified G80 is noticeably set up to be a well-cushioned cruiser, it also handles fairly well, ensuring a competent chauffeur will have no problem outrunning trouble while role-playing as a Secret Service agent outwitting an assassin. That's not to say there are no compromises within the G80 EV. As mentioned, the big battery pack under the floor, coupled with the rear motor, eats into cabin space. The electrified G80 sports 8 cubic feet less of passenger volume and 2.3 cubic feet less of cargo volume compared to the gas G80. That may not sound like much on paper, but in practice it leads to a trunk that's too small for larger suitcases and a cabin that's less comfortable due to the high floor, a fairly glaring flaw for what's supposed to be a grand touring road tripper, or at the very least, a luxurious airport shuttle. Even so, when you look past the slightly pinched accommodations, you find a superior G80 in the electrified model. As for us, we're happy to be proven wrong.